Hey! It's Captain Kazoo, and this is Captain Kazoo's Kazoo Review. Hey, thank you very much to the Ukuleles for Peace Kids. That's our theme song when the Saints go marching in. Today is, let's see, Captain Kazoo's Kazoo Review / Deviz / this is a special program dedicated to Chuck. I'm sure you saw the last program in which we were demonstrating my lack of expertise and perhaps a number of sound-making devices and a lot of nonsense. And so I decided today we'll be serious and we'll talk directly to Chuck and to his friends and his music associates, etc. And Chuck, we understand from his email or his message, Chuck is in a music class. I don't know what he's studying, but he's focusing on the kazoo. That's all I know. Anyway, Chuck, how are you? Hello, everybody else. We're going to talk today basically about kazoos and try to find out why it is that people are so confused sometimes about what a kazoo is or how to play a kazoo, etc. A kazoo basically is a drum. It's not a whistle. It's not a horn. In other words, it doesn't have a reed in it. A kazoo has a membrane, much like the top of this little drum. And in order to activate the kazoo, we have to get something that will titillate the drum, send some vibrations over the head of the drum, or in this case, the head of the kazoo. I'm going to put this guy right down over here. So, it's a wind instrument, but it's not a wind instrument. You have to hum. And what I've found being out on the street quite often, giving away free kazoos, is that a great many people, as I said in the last program, they don't know what a kazoo is. And even worse than that, they don't know how to hum. They don't know what humming means. So I'm going to do a little simple demonstration of humming. I'm going to take a kazoo. This is a standard, actually this kazoo is about, I'd say around 60, 70 years old. Somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe 60, 75 years old. This was used on the Fitch bandwagon, which was a radio program, a coast-to-coast radio program back in the 30s, 40s, I guess. Now this kazoo, this is a horn kazoo. It's got a horn on it. Let's say it's 50, 60 years old. Works fine. Actually, nothing has been updated or repaired on this kazoo. This kazoo came in a box, and the reason we were able to acquire these kazoos was that the daughter or granddaughter of a prop man, a gentleman who was in charge of the props on the Fitch bandwagon, they used to hand these kazoos out to people in the audience, and those people that got the kazoos would be brought up on stage, and they would play along with Phil Harris and the other guests on the show. Let's see, this Fitchu was played by the owner or person in the audience on the Fitch bandwagon coast-to-coast radio program with Alice Faye and what's his name? Okay, Phil Harris. So if a kazoo 50 years old can still play, and all we have in here to make it play is a little piece of cellophane or something that vibrates. So you don't blow a kazoo, because every time I give somebody a kazoo, I'm out on the street, I literally hand out hundreds of kazoos continuously. Let me look over here and grab a kazoo. I've got thousands of kazoos over here. Give me one here. Let's see, what do we got here? What do we got? Here's one right here. Okay, here's a guy right here. I'm sorry, I was off camera. But I'm getting this kazoo. Standard kazoo. Now, you hand, put that down there. You hand this to say, hey, free kazoo. Oh, okay, great. Oh, well, let me see. First of all, they put the small end in the mouth. I'm sorry, hey, Mr. Kazoo man, Mr. Captain, this doesn't work. You're handing out things that are broken or they don't work. So I said, just a moment, just a moment. Let me enlighten you. Let me explain to you what it is you have in your hand. You have probably mankind's most primitive musical instrument, the kazoo. Now, how we got the name kazoo, we don't know. We don't even worry too much about that. What we're really more concerned about is, how do you play a kazoo? So this is the way I demonstrate it. First of all, the fat end, what I call the fat end, goes between your lips. And the small end just sticks out there, and you don't have to do anything else. But when I say to people hum, they go like this. That's not humming. What I want you to do is take your kazoo, hold it in your hand so it's not falling on the ground, and make a sound. Ooh, ah, ooh. Best a sound with a tight mouth. Ooh. And that's all there is to playing the kazoo. Now we bring into bear what we will call perhaps talent or perhaps a certain degree of skill in playing this thing that would be developed over a couple of minutes or a couple of years, hard to say. So what you do is, after you make that, people are made to go, ooh. You see what I mean? So the basics, the basic necessities for playing a kazoo is simple. All you have to do is be able to hum in tune. Now, a great many, probably 99% of people who get a kazoo and play it have no idea. So, humming can be atrocious, or it can be very nice. Now, that's all there is to it. The simplest instrument in the world. We have heard a lot of stuff about kazoos. We've heard about Alabama Vest, who supposedly, allegedly, drew up the design for the first American kazoo. But of course, you know, we've been researching and taking a look into the life and times of Alabama Vest, V-E-S-T, and we've been unable to find anything. There's no records at all. There's nothing to verify the fact that this gentleman even existed. So we're taking that on on good faith that the folklore is accurate and that such a person called Alabama Vest actually made the first drawing of the kazoo, and it actually looked somewhat like this. This is one of the standard classic kazoos. Now, we're going to take you, time flies in these things. So, what can I tell you? Can you play a kazoo? Do you know how to play a kazoo? I hope so. Learn how to hum. The better you can hum, the better things will be. And what can I tell you after that? You know? All I can say is, hey, keep on humming.